Hello everyone, it's Carla. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to just jump right in and we are going to make an Anna Griffin-inspired card that I found probably 10 years ago on Pinterest. So the first things you need are a dark and a light background, and since my taste is Victorian, I've chosen damask. Then this is continuing in our series of making cards out of magazines. So I found some block text on a single magazine page. Next we are going to cut Happy Halloween out of a die and put it on a rectangular piece of black cardstock so that we can make it dimensional. I found some crows or ravens that we can glitter up and cut out of black cardstock, and then of course we're going to use my favorite Victorian die set that I got on Amazon. Then we are also going to be using our A2 and smaller dies. Now the first one I cut out of the second largest die. The first one will give you an actual A2 size. This one I cut out of the next smallest incrementally one. Now I'm going to use the negative space this time instead of what's in the center of the die. You can make sure that the black piece we're cutting now, and we can save these pieces for next week because that's my next video, by the way. I show you some really cool things to do with that. But we're using the pieces around the center. And this black one, you want to make sure that when you lay it down on the card, it gets hidden by the outside one, by the top one. And this will be a dimensional card. So for the black one, we are using the third incrementally smallest die out of the rectangle die set. Now that I wanted to show you how it went together. So besides the text, which goes down first we'll have the black, and now you can see how the black design actually shows through. And I wanted you to see this paper before I cut it out. We are using the fourth incremental die on it. Pardon me, the cat is trying to cover up his food. Don't worry about the edges. I'm using tea dye and vintage photo for the distress ink, and we're going to make it look like it came out of a 100-year-old book. That's what Victorian is. Victorian is old. It's 1700s, all the way up to the Edwardian period of 1910. And so I want it to look like it came out of that. Now the vintage photo is the darker one, and I'm not doing it everywhere, but I am keeping it in those areas that's going to be the most visible, right in the center of the card. So once you get your text background laid down, then you can put your glue, whichever adhesive you choose. I like the double-sided tape. And you can see how it covers those edges beautifully, but it still leaves a little tiny border around the card base, and I like that look. All right, so next, this is the layer where we add the dimensional dots. If you've got dots or whatever it is, put those on because we want that layer to raise up above the others. I will now link my Dollar General haul video where I found these card backs in different colors. I found tags to match, and I found glue dots. Now, as you can see on some of these really, really thin sides, the glue is showing through. Just take a Sharpie and go over it. It's no big deal. Or some paint or whatever you happen to have. A paint marker would do. This is a lace pattern that's available in my Etsy shop, and I just thought the Happy Halloween die would look so cute cut out of that because it's going to be on this piece of rectangular black cardstock. And it's okay if the H sticks up just a little bit because, like I said, it is dimensional. That little black piece is also dimensional. These little crows, I got some cheap polyester holographic black glitter from Amazon because we don't have a lot of craft stores in our smallest college town, and so I get a lot of my supplies from Amazon. But I just fell in love with these little snarky guys. Aren't crows snarky? That's why I love them. They say what they think and they don't care. So now I have applied my Elmer's glue using the parchment trick and put it all over the back of the Happy Halloween with just one of my fingers. And basically, your card is finished. That's all there was to it. I'm zooming in so you can see what we did, but I just think it's one of the prettiest cards that I've ever done. And I have a lot of favorites. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please tune in next week when we use the reverse pieces that we cut out, and I show you a nice little trick that I gained an inspiration from Tim Holtz. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.